Green flag is up. We are underway with the Senators Cup for the SK Modifieds. Jonathan Pulio leads the field of 28 starters into turn 2 for the first time. 50 laps the distance here tonight.
They head down into turn number 3. Leader of the pack as they rumble off the turn. Back to the stripe they come. Jonathan Pulio has to settle in for second. Here comes the 14, Stephen Chapman. Moves quickly to the front of the pass. Outside and working his magic, here comes Austin Beers.
Chapman at the point. Beers in second. Slides up the racetrack. Pulio goes to the inside, but can't make a move. David Arute all over the back bumper of Pulio for the third spot on that inside lane with Flynn and Bissett topside.
Flynn now tries to get his way around Pulio. Dogfight battle in the third position. Pulio on the bottom, the Mr. Rooter machine. They come back to the stripe by inches. It's Mikey Flynn into third. Jonathan Pulio back to the fourth spot. David Arute. Keith Rocco. Wedge to the outside of the racetrack.
Jonathan Pulio's involved, Noah Corner, Troy Talman, Kurt Brainerd, and Andrew Moeller, the point leader, also involved in the stack-up off turn 2, which started toward the front of the field.
Moeller is able to pull away. Troy Talman, the Casella waste machine, also able to drive away. Green flag is out.
Stephen Chapman brings him back to turn 1 with Austin Beers to the outside lane. Some new contenders up front after that incident. Mikey Flynn and Todd Owen in row 2. Mike Christopher Jr., who already has a win here tonight, looking for his first, second in the Senators Cup in car number 82. He runs 5th.
Todd Owen running to the back bumper of Austin Beers. Chapman relinquishes half the lead because it was half a car length. Well, off the turn, will Chapman bring him back to the line? Yes, he does. Mikey Flynn, been so consistent, kind of under the radar, but a factor every Friday night.
Noah Corner slow here on the front straightaway. We'll see if he can get that car fired back up as the leaders storm off of turn number 4, and out front it is Chapman over Flynn now in second. Corners safely to the infield, trying to get that car back behind the wall as the leaders go around him to the outside in turn 2 and up the backstretch.
Mikey Flynn digging in hard on the bottom of the racetrack, car 24. Stephen Chapman setting a blistering pace up front. Here comes Michael Christopher. Already won the Casella Open event in Jimmy Page's car. Now he wants to do this one for Dad. He's in the top 4. Todd Owen back in 5th. Off the turn, Stephen Chapman, but a side-by-side bid for second with Mikey Flynn. And now Austin Beers.
Austin Beers looking good in that outside lane, has been able to hang tough there for the last several laps. 1 car length behind Stephen Chapman, the race leader. Mike Christopher thought about making it 3 wide for the second spot. Didn't find room on the bottom to the inside of Flynn. Thought better of it, and now is trying to fend off 3-time and defending champion Todd Owen to his outside.
No question, they're side by side. And all of a sudden, here comes Michael Christopher, also threading the needle and coming to the front of the class.
Back to the stripe they come. 11 of 50, and Beers stepping out of line for the race lead on Chapman in turn 1. Chapman drifts up high. Beers goes right to the bottom to the exit of the corner. Drag race up the back straightaway for the top spot.
No question about it. Austin Beers said he needed a couple 3 weeks, and he felt comfortable.
Trouble turn number 3. A couple of cars tangle up in the corner, and Baldwin, one of them in car number 7.
Here we go. Back up, green, 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 and we're racing. Austin Beers continuing to dig hard, but here comes Michael Christopher. When you're hot, you're hot. And Christopher leads that inside groove with Todd Owen.
But it's Beers at the line, brings them back to turn 2. Christopher in second, both on the bottom. Flynn in the outside lane, now trying to jam it in line. Here's Christopher to bid for the lead in turn 3.
Off turn number 4. Brand new leader emerges by a molecule. It is Michael Christopher Jr. Austin Beers doesn't like that at all. He fights back, but Christopher shakes him off. Mikey Flynn still in third. Owen, Chapman, Jervis, and Troy Talman, the Casella Waste Machine. He is marching to the front. So isn't the number 11 car of Corey DiMatteo.
Battle for the lead again. Beers back to the inside off of turn number 4. He gets the run and perhaps the advantage this time on Christopher, as they are dead heat going back into turn number 1 at the front, just in front of Todd Owen, now in the 3rd spot.
3 wide, just out of the top 6, back up front. Michael Christopher takes back the lead. Beers is still there. There's still 3 wide at the bottom of the top 10.
Oh, and trouble behind him in turn 1. One car backs it into the outside wall. Up in the corner, that's Chapman in the 14. One
And
other
looks
car
like
that's
Flannery in the number 25 machine.
See if we can get to the finish here with Beers in the outside lane getting the jump. Christopher battling back on the bottom in car number 82. And they are side by side up the backstretch once again. In fact, the front 4 rows.
No question about it. 2-lap marker is being given off the turn. Michael Christopher by a smidgen over Austin Beers. Beers gets back on the throttle, tries to make the bull run to the outside. This time, the white flag is out. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. In a half a mile, history to be made in the Senators Cup. Will Michael Christopher be able to hold on?
He leads off turn 2 for the final time. Up the back straightaway, clears Austin Beers for the race lead. Beers in a battle for second. Off turn 4 for the second time tonight and the second time in this race. Mike Christopher Jr. picks up the win in the Call Before You Dig Senators Cup.